I'm David Francis. My wife, Linda, and I are co-founders of the Jon Francis Foundation. Our son, John, was 24 years old, and he climbed to the summit of the Grand Mogul in the Sawtooth Mountains of central Idaho. He didn't return from his climb. It was July 15th, 2006. He was reported missing by the director of Luther Heights Bible Camp, where John was spending his 4th summer as a counselor. It was a short, under-resourced search. It lasted for about 29 hours. I went to the incident commander who was managing the search and asked him if he knew whether John had made it to the summit or not. He said, "No, we don't." I said, "I want you to send somebody to the summit." So here I was, the mentally disabled, bereaved father, telling the incident commander that he should send somebody to the summit. 2 men went up to the summit in less than 3 hours and discovered there was a registry, and there was John's entry. I was expecting them to go to the summit with search dogs and lots of people and go down the descent routes that John could have taken. They didn't do it. The incident commander came to me Tuesday night for the 2nd time and said, "David, you need to give your son up to the mountain." Linda and I were left in a desperate state, feeling helpless and hopeless, because we didn't know what we were going to do. We immediately started getting phone calls from all over the country. One of the calls came from Patty Wetterling. The way the Wetterling Foundation helped us is sending out Jeff Hasse.
Search, Rescue, and Recovery Resources of Minnesota, SARMIN. It's a coalition of search and rescue providers, dog groups, mounted patrols, posses, Civil Air Patrol, and then we've got some technical rescue teams. We bring resources that the locals don't have. We have a system in the United States where in the most states, the sheriffs are responsible for search and rescue. That's true for most states. And like here in Minnesota, we haven't found a single law enforcement training program that has a single hour of search management training in it. Law enforcement are not prepared for the big searches. They do the best they can, but in some cases they just don't have the resources at all, and they'll just stop.
We renewed our search for John.
I think we had 53 days of searching. We used 23 different search dogs, and it took just over a year to complete that search.
On July 24th, we finally achieved recovery of his remains. Linda and I have gained more knowledge than we ever wanted to know about search and rescue. We didn't have anyone to help us other than Jacob Wetterling Foundation and then Jeff Hasse. So after our personal mission was achieved, we set about the mission of the foundation, and that is to engage with other families. We're paying it forward with the Jon Francis Foundation. Jeff Hasse's SARMIN is essentially our search and rescue resource.
Through the Jon Francis Foundation and through our organization, what we've been trying to do is connect these families with competent search managers. My caseload is growing dramatically, so I think there's a need for it.
We bring our knowledge. We've been there, we've done that. We walked in their moccasins so we can help them with personal issues, the crisis support, help organize a search if they decide to go forward, help them do some fundraising. When you're doing a family-led or privately led search, there's no public funding for it. Our original mission statement was short, in that we were going to mold our sorrow into purpose. And our purpose is to be there, to be a lifeline for other families and other people who have a loved one go missing.